Hi, so this is my first vlog for the Global Learning Project. So my Global Learning Project partner's name is Brian. He's from Taiwan, China. I'm probably saying it wrong. Um, he's super nice. He's a lot older than me. Like he's pretty old for a college student, at least in America. I think he's said that he was like 26, I think. Just kind of, maybe like 25. Anyways, I work with him. We trained together at Starbucks in October of this year, uh, or 2016, I guess. And so we're pretty tight. We're Facebook friends. I have him right here just so I can look at his information to help me talk about our experience. So um, I've actually been talking to him about China and his experiences here for a really long time. I remember when we were training together at Starbucks in October, we were talking about American Chinese food compared to like real Chinese food because I was talking to one of the other people and I was like, oh my god, I love Panda Express. And she was like, me too. And Brian was like, excuse me? That is not real Chinese food. And he got, I mean, he wasn't, he was like fun. It was funny, but like we were talking about the differences between them and it was interesting. Um, so we're buddies. He's cool. So a typical day from getting out of bed and going to bed. For him, uh, well, I mean, he's been here for a while now. Like he knows pretty. I mean, he's pretty like accustomed to the American way of life now, so it's basically pretty similar. He's super busy. He's majoring in hospitality and hotel management, which is pretty cool. Uh, so he has a lot of classes. He's doing a lot of business things, a lot of internships, and he's also working at Starbucks. And so basically, he gets up, does a ton of work all day, and then goes to sleep, which is similar to, I guess, how we all are. But in high school and like from where he's from, it was different. Like growing up, it was um, the me like as far as education, like where he went to school was more of he would God, what did he say? He said he'd like get up and go to school and then they would have like a break in the middle of the day, but they'd go super late too. Like they would go to like 7 p.m. at night. They'd have like a decent like break in the middle of the day. And um to do homework and stuff. So you like go to school in the morning for a few hours and then you get a break for your lunch and to do more homework and then you'd go back to school until super late. And he also went to school on Saturdays, which was like really weird because I can't imagine going to school on a Saturday ever. I think that would be horrible and cruel. But yeah, no, he uh, went to school 6 days a week, pretty much all day, like his entire life. And he told me that there was um, a huge focus on math and science, uh, especially in Taiwan, which is where he's from, because it's one of like the main like manufacturing cities in China. It's in the north province, Shangchi. I think that's pronouncing it right. Um, it's the capital city of Shangchi province in northern China, and it's like this giant manufacturing city. So it kind of reminded me of like living and growing up around Detroit because that's also like a big car manufacturing place, but it's not like the same because where he's from, basically you're like expected to go into like math and science to like contribute to that, but here it's not really like that. It's just based like everyone's dad works for Chrysler. That's like just the one similarity that I kind of noticed, but that doesn't have anything to do with education. So, um, yes. Uh, in high school, well, like I said, he is a hospitality hotel management major here at MSU. So he was kind of like an outsider as far as like in high school. Like he was definitely worried about not fitting in as far as like, you know, everyone goes into finance, everyone goes into accounting and like math and engineering and manufacturing and a lot of like the really hard sciences, but like he wants to own a hotel and that was what he wanted when he was younger too. And so I I mean that's not really like I don't think he has like a top 3 worries in high school. Like I think that was like just the thing. Like and obviously he went to college here. Um so I mean he was worried about like where am I going to get a degree in the thing I want to do? I want to manage a hotel. So where do I do that? So he I think knew somebody that uh or not knew somebody, like he had like a family member that worked here like through the car business because uh, Taiwan is a manufacturing city, so they work with cars too, which is cool. So there's that connection, which is also something I didn't realize why there's so many international students here from China is it might have something to do with the fact that a lot of their parents probably have come here on business trips and know the area and or maybe they live here to work with cars. I don't know. That's pretty cool. Uh, just another random side thought. Uh, so do Brian's very good at math. He really likes math. He just that's just not what he wanted to do. And something that was like super different in China as far as education is like you learn a lot of hard math at a really young age, which is crazy. Like he was telling me that when he was 11 years old, he was learning the like intro to calculus. Like I did that last year and I failed, like completely failed. It was horrible. So, they are very good at math. I mean, not everyone has like, you know, the brain for math, but they push it very hard. And I mean, when you're doing that level of math that early on in your life, at like, you know, the age of 11, you're like computing calculus. It's just like crazy. It's like what, like 6th or 7th grade? Like I'm trying to imagine my like 8th grade sister telling me like crazy calculus like functions. I don't even know what like the terminology is. That's like how little I know about calculus, but it's just baffling to my brain. I have no idea. Sorry, I have a cold right now. I'm diffusing peppermint back there because I'm really sick. Sorry, I keep wiping my nose. That's probably really disgusting. But I'm 9.5 minutes in, so I'm not going to start over. Okay, so big test during high school.